Hi, my name is Catherine and I'm going to walk you through a thorough check of your Scout unit to make sure you're in good condition for your upcoming count season. Checking your unit is quick and easy and only takes a few minutes, so let's get started. Firstly, you will want to make sure that you have the latest firmware version installed. This will make sure that you have the latest features and bug fixes for your Scout. You can check the firmware version on the top of your Scout VCU screen. If you need to update your firmware, the latest version is always available on our knowledge base or directly on Data Link from the Devices tab, and the update will take approximately 5 minutes. If you have your Scout Connect attached, you will automatically be prompted to update your firmware as long as you have an SD card in slot A with 60 megabytes of free space. If you are prompted to upgrade your firmware at a time that is not convenient, you can dismiss the message and you will be prompted the next time the unit boots up. With your firmware updated, it's now time to check your hardware. First, we're going to check your camera. You'll want to check the shroud to make sure there is no wear or cracking, the connector to make sure there are no exposed wires and that the pins are straight, make sure the insert mount has no signs of wear, and that your lens is clear. You can see in this example here where the wires on the connector are exposed. With your camera inspected, now you can move on to your pole mount. First, make sure that you can fully extend the pole mount and that there is no tension on the cable preventing this. Then make sure that the pole mount can fully retract. If you do not already have our Field Fix kit, which includes the insert mount for the camera and the base cam extension for your pole mount, consider these add-ons to help prevent cable jamming issues. Check each of your levers. They should be snug and the pole mount sections should be stable when locked. Then check your mask collar sections for any cracks and inspect the pole mount for cracks or signs of tearing or wear. Inspect your bracket to make sure the pad is in place and not cracked. Finally, verify that your mask can has a lid and that it is secured by 4 screws. If you require any parts for your pole mount, we offer our pole mount repair kit that includes all the bushings, levers, nuts, and bolts required for your mast. Consider having a couple of these in-house, as it is always good to have these parts handy for quick repairs. To be able to fully inspect the coil cable that runs through your pole mount, remove the cable from the mast section. See the Replace Scout Pole Mount Video Cable article on our knowledge base at help.myovision.com for full instructions. You will then want to check the cable to make sure it was in good condition. This means that there are no nicks and breaks in the insulation and that it is not tangled or stretched. Inspect the camera connector and look for exposed wires, and check the connector parts are tightened. Then check the VCU connector and make sure the pins are straight, the threading isn't stripped, and the connector is not broken or cracked. The final step is to inspect the Scout VCU. Check the case for any cracks or holes. Inspect the bracket and make sure that it is firmly attached and not dented. Make sure the video and power ports are secure and not damaged, and that the dust caps are intact. Check the hinge, handle, and door clasps to see that the pins are in and the locks and door are functioning correctly. Now just verify that the faceplate and screen are in good condition, that the SD bumpers are installed, and that the SD card clicks in both slots. You should hear a clicking sound when they are successfully loaded. To check the functionality of your VCU, power the unit on. This should only take approximately 1 minute. Double check that the date, time, and time zone are correctly set on your unit. If you have Scout Connect, the date and time will be set for you automatically. Next, plug in your camera and do a camera check to see your live feed and check your connections. Lastly, verify that the SCU on the faceplate and on the case match. The SCU ID is your reference number for your unit and is linked to your recordings and your devices in Data Link. If they don't match, the ID on the faceplate can be updated following the steps on our article for installing a replacement faceplate. You will also want to inspect your batteries for any corrosion or bulging. If you have a power pack, also inspect the back of the faceplate to see that the fuses are intact. Once your units are back together, Plug the power pack into the Scout unit and do a battery check and ensure it's recognized. We also recommend doing a capacity test before each large count season. This will take your fully charged unit and completely deplete the batteries to measure the battery life of your unit for recording. This will make sure you have accurate battery estimates and let you know the health of your batteries with a colored LED light. Green indicates a battery life of over 48 hours, yellow is 24 to 48 hours, and red is less than 24 hours. If your light is yellow or red, you may want to replace your batteries before your count season. Now that you have fully inspected your units, you should be in great shape for your upcoming count season. If you encounter any issues or require any replacement parts, please send us an email to support@myovision.com or call us at 1-855-360-7752. You can find a list of all of our most common replacement parts on our knowledge base for easy reference. Thanks for watching and have a great count season.